Hello everyone and welcome back to Planet Zoo Beta. So yeah, this is pre-recorded. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to release this video, but I had the footage, so I decided, yeah, let's just do voiceover and then put it up. So yeah, I don't have Planet Zoo longer than anyone else. This is all pre-recorded. But anyway, today I'm making some custom terrariums in Planet Zoo. So meaning I'm kind of ignoring the normal terrariums you get and building my own design, because I don't like the normal terrariums in Planet Zoo. I was going to make a video on it, but I decided maybe I'll wait for full release of Planet Zoo just to see how the final terrariums in the game turn out. So yeah, in the background you see me making my own little terrariums, kind of like what I did in Zoo Tycoon 2. Because the way the terrariums are now, first of all they're massive, they're way too big. Like on the scale of iguanas and the anacondas and boas, it kind of seems fine, but for like poison dart frogs, it's like putting a meerkat in an elephant enclosure. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, I don't like them that much. And then also they all look the same. I don't like my exhibits all looking the same. You can toggle some plants on and off, but really that barely adds anything. So what I will do in Planet, and the video I said I was going to make talking about the terrariums, I do suggest a fix. Like maybe Frontier could just give us the animals, like the little rock or the little branch they sit on, and the animal can sit on there. We can put that in our own terrarium. And I don't know if you understand me when I say that. I'll probably explain it better in the video that I make. But anyway, even if Frontier doesn't do that, I'll still be making custom terrariums, because I don't know, the way the current terrariums are, they're not realistic. You can't make a proper realistic terrarium house or reptile house or whatever with where they are. So I'll make custom terrariums and put them alongside, try and integrate them with the Planet Zoo terrariums they already have. So yeah, later in the video you do see me on the other side of this house. I put the normal terrariums, just to kind of give a comparison and show how you can integrate both of the designs together. But anyway, let me explain what I'm building here. So I'm using, as you can see, using some of the mulch and using some of the rocks and stuff to create bases for them. And I use the glass pieces to create the glass of the terrarium. And I realized that there are these lines in the glass pieces, and only now I realize I probably could have used actual glass fence to create that, so that way I don't have those weird lined glass panels. So yeah, and also with these terrariums I can make them different shapes and sizes. So see, the one's vertical, the one's more longitudinal. The one I'm making right now, I believe what I'm doing now is I can add a water bath to this. So I'm using one of the fountain pieces that have water in them, and then the bottom I just add like a little concrete base. So it seems like an actual water bath in the terrarium, which is cool. And now I believe, yes, now I'm making the small terrarium, because this is probably more realistic on the size of what you get for poison dart frogs. Not that massive 3x3x3 tank. This is way too big for poison dart frogs. You'll never see them there. I guess they are hard to spot, but with that massive tank you're definitely not going to see any of them. So yeah, I make a little small window, and it is raised up high. Later I do add a little bench that people can step on. This is to look into the exhibit. I have seen that in real life. That's quite a cool thing that zoos do. So just give like height variation in the terrariums, because like I don't like those massive windows you get with the normal terrariums. So, and in here was limited on time. I made this 2 hours before the beta actually ended. So otherwise I would have tried to be a lot more detailed in some of these terrariums, add more plants and stuff. Like this small one right here is very bare. It just has a rock and like a single plant. I would like to add some more stuff to it. Now I also found that round circular glass window you see on the right. Oh wait, yeah, now you see me adding that little bench, that little step up, so if kids wanted to go see what's in there, they can. I'll admit it is a bit high, so I probably would have lowered it down, so because some really short children I don't think would be able to reach up there. Yeah, it's just kind of a proof of concept. Oh yeah, that's kind of the whole video, because I don't have enough time to fully detail it. I would like to detail it more when the full game comes out. dive into this more. But for now, it's just kind of proof of concept showing that you can make these if you really want to, if you don't like the normal terrariums, and if you're fine with your terrariums just being empty, because these are going to be empty. But I guess that's kind of like real life, because sometimes you don't see the animals. And with the way the terrariums are now, I think for the small animals, like the dart frog and the scorpion, and the scorpion? Yeah, the scorpion. Scorpion, spider, and beetle, it's hard to see them as well, so I don't know. It's pretty much the same situation anywhere you go. So, yeah, now I'm using this circular window because I found this one building piece. I'm like, ooh, that'll be a cool window inside. And obviously use these dead trees because, I don't know, most reptile houses I've been to actually have majority snakes, so yeah, and then you need climbing structures for the snakes. And what am I doing now? Oh yes, now I'm going to be working on the, I think, a big terrarium. Let's see, yeah, I use these large glass pieces and now I try and go into a really big terrarium, so even bigger than the Planet Zoo, the normal Planet Zoo terrarium. So realistically this one could be used for like a large snake or maybe even a monitor. I do increase the size somewhere soon-ish, I believe. Come on. But anyway, yeah, like the Nile monitor needs unreasonably large amount of space. It honestly does. In this game, the Nile monitor can use so much less space. But I feel like that's kind of part of the game. It's kind of, some of the requirements are unrealistic. So like with the peafowl and the Nile monitor especially, they need a lot more space than they actually do need. So like, yeah, this little space here, I wouldn't be so far-fetched to say that you can put a Nile monitor in there. That space actually should be fine for a monitor. Maybe make it a bit bigger, but yeah, I have seen some Nile monitor, or not Nile monitor, but monitor terrariums roughly about this size, or otherwise I guess you can put like a large snake. I do go with a bit more of an arid African theme here, so maybe black mambas could also fit there because I noticed they also have large terrariums, or monitors. So yeah, you can see me working on the mosaic at the back using those cool little what do you call them, those mural pieces, and make the walls blue so you can see it's like a actual background, because some zoos have that. They have like wallpapers at the back. I do hope Planet Frontier will give us custom signs, allow us to make our own custom signs, kind of like in Planet Coaster where you have the billboards and you can just put your own sign in. I really hope they do that, because I don't know, I don't like making my own signs. It gives it a cool, unique touch to it. So. Yeah, and then also in the case of me making custom terrariums, then I can just make up my own animals and put up my signs there if I wanted to. So as you can see, the trees I'm putting here, it's a bit, I think the trees would be a bit difficult for a monitor to climb, but it'll be more on the lines of a black mamba or something like that. But anyway, here's some final stills, and you can see the normal terrariums mixed in with my custom ones. So anyway, this is the last Planet Coaster Zoo beta video. I only have this. And I'll see you when Planet Zoo comes out. Bye.